The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Tasty Minstrel Games. This episode of Dad vs. Daughter was also made possible by a contribution from Syrinscape. Hello and welcome to another special episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are looking at the world of Dungeon Roll and Dungeon of Fortune. Now these are by Tasty Minstrel Games, and basically what we wanted to do, since we've already showed you how to play Dungeon Roll, we wanted to show you the different add-on packs that you can get, as well as how it all kind of ties together with Dungeon of Fortune. So like I said, we've already done the show on Dungeon Roll, and you may recall that Megan was the Time Traveler, which was a promo that was in one of the other Tasty Minstrel games. And I'll just kind of go through and show you quickly the other characters that come with Dungeon Roll. We have the Spell Sword, and remember that you flip these when you gain experience, so he becomes the Battle Mage. And then we have the Mercenary, and he becomes the Commander. We have the Minstrel, who becomes the Bard. We have the Half-Goblin, who becomes the Chieftain. We have the Occultist, who becomes the Necromancer. We have the Enchantress, who becomes the Beguiler. We have the Crusader, who becomes the Paladin. And we have the Knight, who becomes the Dragon Slayer. Now there's a reason why I held on to these, and that is because each one of these are represented in Dungeon of Fortune. So you'll see, and it is the better side that is represented. The Dragon Slayer, the Bard, the Chieftain, the Necromancer. Actually, I know the Paladin is, and the Beguiler I think is just the Enchantress. So let me show you those real quick. And we have not played Dungeon of Fortune, or we've not done a show on that one yet. We've actually played it, but that will be coming sometime later. But I want to show you here. You'll notice it uses the same artwork as what is on the cards in Dungeon Roll. I guess the Knight stays the same. And there's the Paladin. So you can see that they are intermingling those together to kind of have a cohesive story. Now, let's talk about some of the add-ons that we have. First, we have the Dungeon Roll Legends pack. This is the first hero pack, and Megan's going to explain and talk to you about those characters.
So here you first have the Tracker, who looks a bit like Tariel from The Hobbit, in my opinion. And then the flip side is she's a ranger. And then we have the Scout, and he becomes the Dungeoneer. And then the Alchemist, who kind of looks like the Enchantress a little bit, because the Thaumaturge, I don't know how to say that one.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thaumaturge, just go with that one. We have the Dwarf, and he becomes the Berserker. And the Leprechaun. Who becomes the Clerican, and the Viking with the Undead Viking, then the Archaeologist, and the Tomb Raider.
He looks like either Miguel or Tulio.
Tulio, I think Miguel's blonde. And then the Sorcerer, who becomes the Draken.
Okay, and there are Dungeon of Fortune characters that go along with those. We have the Leprechaun there. Leprechaun. We have the Dwarf, and you'll notice it's still, again, using the same art. We have the Scout. We have the Ranger. Megan says it looks like Tariel. I'm sure that's intentional.
Probably.
You notice a lot of the elf warriors are females?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the redheads.
Yeah, and they're redheads. And then the Alchemist.
Well, it's because all the die-elves are Legolas, so they had to do something.
Now, there is one more character that comes with Dungeon of Fortune, and that is the Guild Leader. And if you wanted to get the card for Dungeon Roll, I think that was a promo. Not sure where that was, but I do know that that is a card that you can get out there. You can probably find it on eBay or someplace like that. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Dungeon Roll Legend Hero Booster Pack number 2. See what characters are in this. And to be honest, we haven't even looked at these yet. Oh, wow. So already I'm noticing we've got different art and kind of a different style on the card. So, wow. What is that guy's name? Zulpin, the infamous warlord.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. And, so these are not double-sided. Interesting. Okay. So, he's kind of like a samurai-looking dude. Kind of, I don't know. Kind of different. Then we have Cassandra the Cursed.
Yeah, that doesn't look too pleasant for him there.
And I'm noticing that their special ability, you'll notice on the other cards, it was basically just kind of one line that they had to go through, or what their ability was. Here you actually have a lot more. And then you have the extra bit down at the bottom. So then we have Tristan, the lone mercenary. We have Amar Suin, king of the ancients. Looks kind of menacing. Okay, now we're really challenging me here.
Loeg Yalvari?
A dragon lord.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I like the dragon lord. Okay, that looks kind of cool. And you have Wonder Woman. I mean,
pretty much.
Marpecia, the Amazon queen. Well, Wonder Woman is an Amazon.
There you go.
Oh, and then we have Alexandra, keeper of knowledge. So
that ties in pretty well with knowledge, because the Library of Alexandria.
There you go.
Probably a good reference there.
Oh, we have Tulak,
Tulak,
the Minotaur chieftain. The artwork on this is really kind of cool. So those are extra characters that you're going to be able to use. Like I said, those are in the Hero Booster Pack number 2. Okay, so next we have the Winter Heroes Pack. Now this is a smaller set, and these are more of your specialty heroes. And this actually comes, instead of a wrapper, it comes in a little tuck box, which I thought was kind of neat.
So first thing we get out of there, we have some punch outs.
Yeah.
So that looks pretty cool. We got some presents and some cake. Looks like some coal, some snow, and a creepy monster box. So we have, okay, here we go. There's your actual key there. So the winter treasures, we have the snowball, the coal, cake, gift, and mimic.
Yeah, so these are special treasures that you're going to be able to add whenever you're taking your treasures in Dungeon Roll.
So first we have the Sugar Plum Fairy, which is really cool. I like her wings and her
kind of look like a snowflake
and all. It's really cool. We have Jack Frost and Claus.
Do you think he likes a Cococino?
Cococino. And then Ebenezer the Humbug. So it's kind of cool. They tie in with like your favorite traditional Christmas stories.
Now, are these the same ones that they had in that? What was that one? The Jack Frost thing that Chris Pine did a voice on in that movie.
Rise of the Guardians, I think, or something like that.
This doesn't correspond to the. I know Ebenezer doesn't.
I haven't seen it.
But I can already sense that this could be a Christmas time special episode where we use these winter heroes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like how there's a girl at least, so there's some representation there.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so the last thing that we have in order to kind of add to the whole Dungeon Roll, Dungeon of Fortune thing is we have another pack from Syrinscape. This one is actually called Red Dragon City Raid. And again, this adds, the environmental sounds that you can have, when you're playing your game to kind of put you in the mood. So let's talk about what we have here. We have a crumbling building, which probably not going to go with Dungeon Roll too much, but see if we can hear what that sounds like. We have, was it cathedral warning? So it's going to be like bells. That was kind of long. That's really a long warning. We have, let's see. I did that. Okay, it's almost done. Here we go. We have Weapon Impact. We have the Red Dragon Growl, which this is probably one we would use playing the game. So you can just kind of hear him. He's kind of creeping up on you. We have the Red Dragon Roar. Ooh, that's a little scary. And we have the Red Dragon Flame. And then we have the Woman Screams. I think you could have done better.
Probably.
We also have the fire spell. We have the lightning spell. Ice spell. There's the blade spell. Charm spell. We have a ghost for when somebody dies. Oops. We have the gasp. And then we have the arr. Okay. So those are the incidental sounds that we have with that. Now you have the peaceful morning. So again, you'll notice that the little sliders on this move, and you know, this is just kind of something to have in the background. You know, kind of have a little breeze blowing there. You know, it's peaceful. That's Sophie barking in the background. Not really, but just kind of, you know, sound of like a little town waking up. You know, and I'll talk about these. You got your stone music, you got your relaxed chatter, your burning building, happy town life, Sandpoint goals, the passing carts, town dogs, flirty laughs, the hawkers, the crowd noises, the cathedral warning bells, and then the fire aftermath. So you'll know when we select these different ones, you'll see the sliders move and you'll start hearing more of that environment sound in the background. So here, that's a seagull. It's not like we're in a port town. So we have a dragon fire. You hear the dragon basically coming and doing what dragons do. Like eating villagers and burning stuff. Did the guy say ow? Yeah, so when you're playing Dungeon Roll or Dungeon of Fortune, you know, when you get to that point where you've got the 3 dragons that pop up, that's where you'd really kick this in. And then we have the aftermath, which is going to sound more like your burning buildings. Notice that the happy town life kind of decreased there. I don't think they're too happy anymore. So once again, Syrinscape's got some sound packs that will put you right into the mood of the game and kind of put you into that place where the game is taking place. So that'll wrap it up. And we, like I said, we wanted to just kind of show you everything that was available to kind of enhance your Dungeon Roll and Dungeon of Fortune experience. You've got new cards that you can add. You've got the Syrinscape sounds to add. And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.